We are in a scandal culture, and I think that it's safe to say there has been no scandal more disturbing than Bernie Sanders' tax returns. When will he release them? What is he hiding? Everybody's been eagerly anticipating the release, and it turns out, oh my God, the scandal might come to an end. Apparently, he is going to release them as he describes in this audio.
Taxes, tax returns, why haven't you released them? When are you gonna release them?
Well, April 15th is coming. We wanted to release 10 years of tax returns. April 15th, 2019 will be the 10th year. So I think you will see them. So on the day in the very immediate future, certainly before April 15th, we release ours. I hope that Donald Trump will do exactly the same. We are going to release 10 years of our tax returns, and we hope that on that day, Donald Trump will do the same.
Okay.
Except our not being a billionaire, not having investments in Saudi Arabia, wherever he has investments all over the world, mine will be a little bit more boring.
You're a millionaire, though.
I wrote a best-selling book. If you write a best-selling book, you can be a millionaire too.
Okay, so we're gonna return to the book thing in just a little bit. First, I was obviously joking in the intro, but for real, I'm on Twitter, and I know that Twitter is representative of nothing. It's barely even representative of Twitter, but I get tweets all the time. Where are his taxes? Why is he hiding them? Why doesn't he release them? And the thing is, I am a Bernie Sanders supporter, and I just release them. Just release them because I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want it to feed into these continuing the false equivalence with him and Donald Trump. We know why Donald Trump doesn't want his tax to get out, or at least we know a lot of reasons that might exist. With Bernie Sanders, what are we thinking that we're going to find there? What businesses does he own? What money laundering has he? There's not going to be anything there. And so thankfully, within the next 4 or 5 days, the scandal will be put to rest.
Even if there was money laundering and tax evasion and whatever kind of tricky, persnickety things he could possibly do, and all that comes out, we can criticize that, and it's worthy. Then we can say, I wonder who else may have these issues, since we'd have something to base it off of, at least another person to base our criticisms off of. We'd like to see yours too, Mr. President, so we can make sure we clean house of all these corrupt politicians. Because if we care about one corrupt politician, we should care about all of them. Am I right?
Yeah.
Or is this only based on partisan lines?
Well, he's not gonna release his taxes based on what Bernie does. I feel fairly confident.
And I don't think Bernie thinks that either. In saying that, he's going, we're going to release it on April 15, 2019, and we would hope that the president does the same. He knows he's not going to.
Exactly,
but you got to put a marker out there to remind everyone, I'm doing this because I was going to do it anyway. Let's go ahead and remind everyone who is not doing it.
And I get that there are some people that literally do think, well, if you are saying that Trump should release his taxes, why have you not released? Because by the way, he has released financial information over the past few years, and he just started running for president again, which is why he didn't immediately do it. But I get it. I get it that you want consistency there, but you can also take a look at why we care about Donald Trump's taxes. Donald Trump has reason to be concerned. There are potential other proto-fascist Republican presidents that would not have the long business career that would lead us to wonder what they could be hiding. We might still want to see it, but it wouldn't be as justified in practice. So just take a look at the context as well. And now on to the new scandal to replace the scandal. Bernie Sanders is a millionaire. He talks about millionaires and billionaires, and then he points at himself because he's one of them. No, but really, it's all over the place already. So when I want sharp political analysis, I go the same place you probably do, Chris Cillizza. And so I got this headline: Bernie Sanders' truly awful answer on his newfound millionaire status, which we're gonna deal with his answer. But that's Chris Cillizza. We have how rich is millionaire Bernie Sanders, scourge of millionaires and billionaires, pledges to release tax returns. And so it's all over the place. Oh my God, he's a millionaire now. I thought
these are sarcastic headlines.
He was a millionaire before. Am I the only one?
Aren't these sarcastic headlines? They have to be.
You think the second one?
These look like onion headlines.
Chris Cillizza, I don't think he really does sarcasm. That's a level too far for Chris Cillizza. Maybe some of the other ones are. Maybe that's true. But are you concerned that he's a millionaire now? Will that undercut his ability to advocate for lowering income and wealth inequality?
It will, because we're a stupid country. Straight up, our ability to think past an elementary, first grade level is destroying the country. So if a guy's a millionaire, which we know a lot of them are, which we've seen in the past, many of these politicians are millionaires, it didn't bother you before. In fact, you said this idiot in the White House right now should be there because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And he owns all these businesses and he knows how to run the government like a business. Oh my God. So if previously Bernie Sanders wasn't a millionaire, which we've seen in some tax, in some financial documents, and he's become a millionaire, wouldn't you say in that same vein, hey, look, he's turned himself from a non-millionaire to a millionaire. Maybe he can do the same for the country. He's great on economics.
Well,
you're not saying that. No.
So I get what you're saying totally, the hypocrisy there. So forget the Republicans, forget the centrists. Let's say progressives. Should we care at all?
You can care, but this thing, you have to go off of his policies and what he plans to carry out. Maybe he's lying. Maybe he'll say, I'm gonna do this, this, and that for the regular American, and then he won't do it.
Maybe he'll change his position on taxation.
How about this? In order to figure that out, see if he can get in office. But, so if he's not in office yet, you can't tell if he's gonna implement those policies that would not affect him as this newfound millionaire, right?
Does his rhetoric change?
You can see all of these things, right?
We will look to see if it does.
How much,
I doubt it.
Now, one of the reasons to find what someone has in their financial statements or in their tax returns is to see the way they've approached things that would assist them in their money. I think that's one of the things. So if we find out things in his tax returns that assist him with keeping his money or hoarding it, and based in policies that would only solely affect him and people like him, that's something to criticize. I don't think his policies do that.
No, yeah, I don't
Elizabeth Warren's policies don't do that. They go after people that aren't putting into the system enough. So they're looking for hypocrisy in Bernie Sanders' policies based off of his bank accounts or his wealth, right? Does it pan out, or are you just gonna stop at that top surface and say, he's a millionaire, therefore everything he says about what millionaires should do doesn't count?
Yeah.
That's a childish approach.
Check his rhetoric, and also bear in mind, Chris Cillizza and whoever, yeah, maybe he made a good amount of money off this last book. He's still probably gonna be one of the poorest people in Congress. So really fast, on the answer, because look, Chris Cillizza, I think, is being kind of disingenuous about his answer, but people I respect also didn't like his answer that I wrote a best-selling book. If you write a best-selling book, you can become a millionaire too.
Pompous.
I took that as a joke, as being sarcastic, that he does not actually think that if anyone wants to become a millionaire, they can just write a book and become a millionaire. Look, when he's annoyed by things, he waves things off, and I think that's what he was doing. He was saying, yeah, everybody can act like shocked that I made money last year. I've written multiple books that have been bestsellers.
Can you detail the disgust behind that answer? It's a fact.
Well, some people are saying that he's being dismissive of poverty by implying that everybody can just do what he did. I don't think that's what he was saying. I think he was joking sarcastically.
They asked the question, but you became a millionaire. He goes, yeah, I became a millionaire. I wrote a best-selling book. That's the reason why I became a millionaire, because I wrote a best-selling book.
Yeah.
Anyone who writes a best-selling book, he didn't say, hey, it's easy. He said, if you write one, you become a millionaire too. That's how selling things works. It's really weird. It's like saying if you start up your small business, which everyone likes to say everyone can do in this country, which they can't. If you start a small business, you can make money too. No one said it's easy. They just said you can. If you start one, we're supposed to give you an opportunity, which, by the way, is a lie, because many people don't have an opportunity to start up small businesses and make money. Where you have to insert your own implications to that statement to come with him saying that it's simple.
Yeah, I think. Look, I think he was being flippant. I don't think he was seriously saying that anybody can just write a book. Obviously, he can write a book and it becomes a bestseller because he's a famous politician.
He was being flippant because it was a stupid question. It's like if someone just won the lottery and then somebody who didn't have money previous, you go, hey man, you know what? You have millions of dollars now. And he goes, yeah, I just won the lottery, idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happened.
Yeah, and
if you won the lottery, you didn't have millions of dollars too.
Of all the ways that politicians become wealthy, gaming the system, using their influence and stuff like that. I mean, look, if more of them would write books, I think that would be a good thing. And also, I've read his books. They're positive. We don't get enough of that in politics. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna take a short break.
There's plenty of other things to criticize more outside of this is all I'm saying. And he's not even the first boat I would go after, gotta be honest. And I'm over here acting like a Bernie Sanders supporter. And
I'm gonna get you.
I like him, but he's not my first choice. And this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Thank you very much for watching this clip from The Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.